Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the Ride the Wave show as Paint Valley is taking on Piketon here at home. And we officially have the opening kickoff here, and it is about to be an absolute doozy of a game here, Adam.
I'm ready for an exciting one for sure,
now,
say the least.
If we are going to look back at the last year, Piketon had control of the game early and often for most of the game, and then ended up losing that in an absolute comeback thriller against Paint Valley this year, and Paint Valley knows that. And Paint Valley knows that, so they are coming in here ready for tonight and ready to take on an absolute challenge against these Red Streaks, who have something to prove after, losing to Zane Trace and then losing to Yoon Yoda. This is going to be their final test of the season against a good Paint Valley team here. Preston takes the snap, fakes it, goes up the middle. And that's going to be a big gain there by Faber.
I will say this, Clay. It is good to be back. I've missed a few weeks. I was out with the dentist appointment, or the toothache.
Yeah, the toothache came to strike.
Excuse your left arm here, Clay. Sorry, I'm trying to wrap around here, make sure I can just see a little bit of live action because we are stuck to the confines of just using a monitor here.
And you guys are going to, sorry about this, got to get our sponsors up here because they deserve it, and I will have it fixed here in just a second.
You are not missing anything, ladies and gentlemen, as we are just waiting for the ball to reset after a play out of bounds.
Here we go.
There we go.
Thank you to our sponsors for tonight's game. It's going to be Fred Next Mini Mart, the best pizza in the world, Paint Valley Hardware, McFadden Pharmacy, and Railway Express. Thank you guys so much for the amazing sponsorship that you always giving us here at Paint Valley.
I hear these Paint Valley teams have been giving Paint Valley Hardware a lot of work to do by making a whole bunch of trophy cases.
Exactly.
Oh, big
pass here. Oh, that's going to be completed to Jeremy. Yes, that is Jeremy Kane, and that's a huge touchdown to start the game for the Bearcats.
Farber hit as he throws on that one, just pumped up, letting the crowd know it.
Wow.
If that's any indication of how tonight's going to go, it's going to be a long one for Piketon. Let's see how they answer it back.
Preston showing why he is second in the league with over 1,200 yards passing, 2 plays. Was that 2 or 3 plays there, Adam?
I believe it was 2.
Yeah, 2 plays and a touchdown. That's exactly how you want to start the game here if you're the Bearcats.
We'll say this. We'll say about, 48 seconds of time come off the clock there. So 48-second score is just something you love to see. It looks like they went for 2 there and just did not get it.
Yeah, they've been trying that a lot this year, kind of like that. That weird, field goal PAT setup. They go for 2 or kick it. They decide to go for 2 there, but still. Oh, as I have the logos backwards, my bad. I'll get that fixed. Alrighty, Adam, so as we see there, good balance between doing a run with not Braylon but Preston, and then a deep bomb there to Kane. Got to be feeling good if you're a Bearcats fan, but if you're a Piketon fan, what are you talking about for that defense right now?
I mean, really, I think with it being so quick, there's not really much you can say other than, damn.
Yeah, exactly. Play deep.
Yeah. Because, it could have been great coverage. It was just – it was definitely a lot of defensive pressure by the line, so that was good because Farber was getting hit as he threw. It looked like a little bit of a wobbly duck.
Right.
But, yeah, just the speed by Kane on the outside, you just can't press him. Or it could have been a little bit of a, underestimate, but not who I thought. Touchdown parlay out the window.
Yeah.
I had Carson Free first touchdown scorer today.
Hey, Justin Hudnall is very happy with that for the fantasy team this year as we are going into our last week before the playoffs.
It's tipped. It's still live. They finally jump on it.
And they jump on it. Yeah, Paint Valley was getting a little excited there thinking that they were going to be able to get a very long onside kick.
Well, it hit off one kid's hand and then went to another kid, try to catch it and ended up just jumping on it. So, can't really see the numbers from here, but if you're Piketon's coach there, you are breathing easy Well, I don't know if you want to call it breathing easy. You're taking a sigh of relief.
Yeah.
You're taking a big, deep breath, and you're screaming.
I'm going to see if I can't figure out this video instant replay tonight, Adam. And if I can't, sorry for the people at home, but at least we're trying. Oh, that's not what I wanted. All right, so here we go. Piketon's going to be taking over here. Oh, I think Andy saw a bird. Andy? Where are you going?
Cameraman down.
Andy.
Take this time to talk to you about our favorite sponsor, Norris Used Truck Auto Mall.
Yeah. Or Easy One Credit. Yeah.
The Easy One building is another great building, too. Yeah.
Very well-haired men there.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Golian. Oh, looks for Fout there. That was nearly intercepted, though, by number 1 for Paint Valley.
I mean, what a jump on the defense. Like, that's the ones in NCAA you see, and you're like, there's no way that defensive back is that fast to get there. Just read it perfectly. I do like that they're in a shotgun set running 3 wide. Or I guess it's 3 wide left, 1 wide right.
You can tell that this is a team that is not afraid to throw the ball.
And just like that, we get is this Buddy Wilson's first carry of the night?
Yes.
Glad to see him back on the field and playing football, whether it's productive or not. Just glad to see him back in a uniform.
Yes. I know he had a couple of weeks there where he's out with injury and some other things, but glad to see he's nice and healthy and back here for us.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is just what I heard. It was a little bit of a, health issue, like a heart issue, which, kids got a big heart.
Yeah, I was going to say, when you have a heart of gold, it gets a little heavy there in your chest.
Yeah, so just glad to see him back out there.
All righty, so Piketon will line up again. It looks like it's going to be 2nd and 10. Sorry, 3rd and 10.
Something I want to talk about is we only got about 1 or 2 of these Friday nights left like this to where it's going to be warm enough that I can be out here in T-shirt and some shorts.
Yeah.
Honestly, I say maybe 1 more after this, and then it's just going to be into the cold.
Wear the coats.
Yeah, into the cold. I mean, a few of these teams are definitely going to be playing, hopefully, well into the cold.
Yeah, well into November. Yeah, might get some snow games.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. I never got to play in a snow game. Golian takes a snap, looks downfield, completed pass there to Fout.
And they got about, 4th and 5 now?
Yeah.
Kind of maybe 4th and 7? Yeah, about 4th and 6 or 7. Give me just a second here, Clem. I'm going to take a step out here just to see what the crowd situation is.
Absolutely.
To see how well everybody's traveled and everything like that.
Jace Reinhardt on the return there. He is absolutely hyped after a good return for the Bearcats, setting them up in plus field position.
Honestly, not surprised to see how packed it is on the Paint Valley side, and really not surprised to see how packed it is on the Piketon side. They're a pretty well-traveled team.
Yes. The Piketon fans have been traveling a lot, especially this year. I feel like more than normal.
So what is Piketon's record currently? Are they?
They are 3-3.
3-3. That's what I thought. Even 500 coming in.
Paint Valley comes into this undefeated. Braylon Robertson with the handoff up the middle.
And it looks like
he refuses to go down.
Yeah, I say it looks like about 8 of them trying to take him down. We got the 5-0 in front of us.
Uh-oh. I didn't do it, I swear. Other than if it was looking handsome. I did do that.
If it's wheeling and dealing and getting everybody an affordable price in a brand new or used car.
Guilty.
Guilty as charged. Lock me up, throw me away.
I'm guilty as charged. Dewey Cox. All right, first down there off the rush for Braylon Robertson. And just like last year, Adam, it's going to be 500 to 800 people to take him down.
It's going to be about I don't know, 6-7 yards in a cloud of dust, maybe.
I went to go make the highlight reel or the hype video for this, and I realized like most of all runs didn't get a lot of passing plays to be put in there. As here we go, Faber gets it to Kane on the jet sweep there.
Makes at least one person miss, but really it's just makes
host
three
of tacklers.
people tackle him. I believe 4 or 5 people hit him, and it took 2 at the same time to drive him into the ground. Now, I will say that about this Paint Valley teams. It's not just Braylon that runs hard. It's everybody that runs hard. So.
And, you know, there's been a lot of kids that this year have had to step up to maybe a new assignment. Like last year, Colton Yoakum was a fullback / running back. He's now playing right guard.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just a selfless team here, knowing that it's all for one. As we get the play action there, and the pass intended to Drez.
Looked like it was a little bit of a drop, but it was tight coverage. You had somebody right on him.
Yeah, it looked like a good throw. Like you said, looks like they kind of got the defense kind of got a hand in there.
Yeah, I say even though it was a tight throw, incomplete pass, it's still a good throw.
Yes.
You know, you didn't throw a pick. You kept it to where your receiver had a chance to play it. Another deep
Oh,
pass
here we go.
here.
Carson Free. Oh, tried to do his best Odell Beckham Jr. impression, but just couldn't hang on to it. Had his man beat, just really couldn't get that second hand around to catch the ball. And, you know, it has to be a frustrating year here for Carson Free because after the 2 seasons that you've had, your sophomore and your junior year, you're seeing a lot more double teams this year, a lot more double coverage, you know, holding a safety over high for him. But I feel like with the emergence of Jeremy Kane, that could do a lot to help him.
I feel like last year was a good year for him, but it was more one of those years that was a quiet year for him. He didn't really – I wouldn't say he didn't technically stand out. He was – arguably the best receiver in the SVC last year, but it was more of just overshadowed by a heavy run team.
Heavy.
So everybody's going to think about last year and think, oh man, they 3 yards, 4 yards in a cloud of dust.
Yeah.
Like, well, I mean, Carson was still taking it off the top, so I feel like he was a little bit of an undersung hero last year.
As it looks like it's a timeout here, I believe, for the Bearcats. All right, so if you're Paint Valley here, I feel like, you know, what do we have? I think it's a 4th and 8, I want to say. But if you're Piketon, you have to understand that they can easily run it for 8 yards here. You can't solely be playing for the pass.
I would say with them going for 2 as often as they do, I would say you don't really – I don't want to say they don't trust their kicker. It's just not something that they're –
Well, I think the kicker is also Braylon.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean,
I would rather him run it than kick it.
Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, really the whole playbook's open, especially with it being so close. You're almost in the red zone. You got about 4 yards till the 20. So, I mean, really nothing you can do wrong here, even if it's turnover on downs.
Exactly.
That's something you can do wrong.
Yes. As Faber's just going to smart just to hold it there, not make a bad play worse.
Yeah, there's something absolutely you could do something
it's
wrong.
Like, actually, we overlooked something there.
Yeah, you could do something wrong. Now, there was a flag on the play, but I think it's going to be declined because I wouldn't want to give this Paint Valley offense another chance.
No.
Just go ahead and cut your losses. Or not, I guess take your win, not cut your losses. Take your defensive win, your defensive stop, get your offense out there, and hopefully they can put something up. But much like this Paint Valley running game, this defense is strong. To quote Kirk Herbstreit in College Football 2025, they're strong and they're strong. And these kids are strong. It's my least favorite quip that he uses.
All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10 here for the Red Streaks, trying to get something going. Hand off to Buddy Wilson. He's going to hit the hole. And that's going to be one of the bigger gains that they've had so far in this game.
Looked like an 8-yard rush there.
I can't really tell how much time's left on the clock there, Adam. Can you see?
Oh, there was about 8 minutes before
8 minutes?
this.
Okay.
It's 7:42 now and counting. It was about 8:09 when this drive started.
All righty, so here we go again to Buddy Wilson, but that one's not going to be like the last one. Stopped at the line of gain. Oh, but we have another flag. Piketon's definitely thinking that it's on Paint Valley here. Paint Valley is staying quiet, which makes you think it probably is on them, and it is. That's going to give Piketon a first down.
Looked like it was just a 5-yard face mask penalty, but I could be completely wrong. Just going off of the yardage there.
Okay, so that's going to be a first down there for Piketon.
1st and 10 from the 36, I believe. Or, sorry, the 46.
Hands it off to Buddy, and that's going to be stopped short. Man, Braylon Robinson, we always talk about his running on the offensive side, but what he brings to this team on the defensive side cannot be overlooked.
Yeah, one of my favorite comparisons for Braylon Robertson is just a Timmy Oosley guy, because that was how Oosley was when he was for Vinton County. He was starting running back and just Mike linebacker, captain both sides.
Going with the snap, fakes it to Wilson, busts the run outside, and it looks like he's going to get a first down.
Stretch there to get the first down.
You know, Golian, this is a battle of, like we've been talking about, the running teams, because we have Braylon Robertson leading the league with over 1,000 yards. Then you have Luke Golian, a quarterback, at third with 455 coming into this game, and Buddy Wilson with 438 at fifth coming into this game.
We got a holding call. It looks like that one's coming back.
Oh. And, you know, Piketon has put their hat on them saying that they feel they have the best offensive line in the league this year. So
they say you could call holding on any play.
Yeah.
Just so happens
Me as a Browns fan understood that very sadly on Saturday or Sunday. Going with the snap, looking to pass. Lets it go long. It's going to be overthrown. Almost intercepted there by number 1, Gage Wagner.
That one looked like it was intended for Wagner. It looked like Wagner was running the route, had his man beat.
That's the second almost interceptions he has had this game.
You could tell Dye had these kids in the film study room.
Oh, yes. I got to be in the locker room before the game here, Adam, and he was very intense giving his pregame speech tonight. Had the juice running through my veins. Thank you. I wish it would work that way. Hand off there to Buddy Wilson. It's going to be a gain of 5 as we have the always amazing Casey McFadden dropping by to say hello.
We'll say after that big hit, we'd like to just go ahead and introduce our new sponsor.
Yeah.
What? Kinsley Pharmacy. Go get you some pain medicine because you're going to have a headache tomorrow. It wasn't that big of a hit, unfortunately. It could have been better timed. Now, this is the kind of offensive drive or possession you really want from Piketon, something that's just going to eat up a lot of clock.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can put one in, maybe take up the rest of the first quarter, get a little bit of the second quarter in there. Just kind of grind it out, get this defense a little worn down, give your defense a chance to rest.
All right, punt away here
on 4th.
Jace Reinhardt is not going to – not going to pick that one up. All righty, so –
great announcing on my part for not realizing that was the 4th down.
Yeah. It's kind of hard because the play clock is right in front of the scoreboard.
I'm good to see 6-0 and 5:24 left on the clock.
Yeah, not the down and distance.
Nothing.
So now again, Pay Valley coming in here undefeated. This is kind of the start of their battle-tested streak. They have Piketon here tonight. Then they have Huntington next week. Always fun with the Maple Leaf. And then after that, they go at Unioda and have Zane Trace at home to close out the season.
The Maple Leaf, that's just a trophy they give out to Paint Valley for playing in the game every year.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
As Faber is not going to make it too far on that carry.
Having won it 6 times in 80 years, maybe just –
I was looking at it today, too. I was like –
maybe just stop. And, I mean, I don't know. Like, obviously you got to keep playing, right? But just let's retire the trophy.
All right, snap. Faber looks downfield, complete to Bullion for the first down, and he's really started to shine as another big target here for Paint Valley in the last couple of games.
Now, is it Queen's night or something here? Because I've seen a lot of tiaras.
It is homecoming.
It's homecoming. Okay, makes sense. I saw the sashes and the crowns. I was like, oh.
Royalty.
Yeah, what's going on here? I feel underdressed. I'm wearing shorts.
So it looks like Piketon's going to have a defensive substitution here. Handoff to Braylon up the middle. He's pushing everybody, even his own player, out of the way for a nice gain there.
Haven't really seen Braylon get a carry for under 6 yards yet.
No.
Safe to say he hasn't got one for under 5.
Looks like a fake there. Oh, just high. Pass intended for Kane, but just out of his reach.
Did you see if that was tipped by a Piketon player?
I think that was tipped by Kane.
Kane, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was him that got his hand up there or if it was one of the Piketon players. But another great miss in the sense that you put it to where only your player has a chance at it. Honestly, one of those is just you would rather just not have your guy tip it, or if he's going to tip it, knock it down, because the last thing you want to see as a quarterback is that ball getting tipped up in the air.
That college football 25 interception.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Faber. Trying to throw a screen pass there, but it looks like he got batted down there by a bunch of Piketon defenders.
Now, is it 4th and 4 here?
That's, I believe so.
It's almost, you almost can still go for it. And
if I was on the 45, I would probably think about it.
That's the only thing is just being so deep in your territory. It's like, why risk it? But at the same time, Braylon has not gotten a carry under 5 yards, really, from what I've seen.
Punt is away there by Braylon, and it is a booming kick.
Yeah, maybe let that kid kick some field goals. Damn. Touchback.
That's a touchback, but that's one hell of a touchback, guys. It was absolutely bombed.
I think that punt travel, it was a 70-yard net punt.
Pat McAfee would be proud.
Yeah, well, I do like their option there. It was an option. It was an option punt. He had the option to run it. It looked like he was going to.
If you have the lane, take it. If not, punt it away. I call that the Mark Clifford punt.
Fun fact for you, Clay.
Oh.
There has been a kicker to win MVP of the NFL. I believe it happened in 1973. It could have been 1980s. But there has never been a wide receiver win MVP of the NFL.
What?
Yes.
That isn't. Who was the kicker?
It was like it was in the 70s or was it in the 80s? Now, also, Cam Newton has 2 career games with 400 passing yards. They were his game 1 and game 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Crazy stat for the day.
All right, here we go. Piketon takes a snap, going, looks to pass, has a clean pocket, and it's going to be completed there to number 12, Mason Thacker. Looks like we have a little bit of a hurry up here from Piketon. They get set up the line. Nice little pitch back out there to Thacker again. He's going to find the edge. He's going to be ran out of bounds.
Mark Mosley, a kicker, won NFL MVP in 1982, and a wide receiver has still never won.
Wow.
Also, Brett Favre's first completion
to himself.
Was to himself. First ever pass was a pick 6. Last one, fellas, last one, and lady fellas. The Seahawks have never lost an NFC championship game, but they have lost an AFC championship game.
What?
Yep. So it's kind of it's kind of like the Jets having won the least divisional conferences. There's 4 teams in that division. They are in 5th place because the Colts used to be in it, and
they left.
NFL's fun.
Luke Bullion takes it up the middle. That's going to be a big game there for the Red Streaks. He said, fun fact, Adam, I'm good at running and passing.
Yeah. said, fun fact, we're playing on the field right now. Snap back in. Lock in, guys.
Snap back in. If you need something to help you snap back in, stop there at Pay Valley Hardware. All the tools that you could ever need and more. Luke Goyen gets the handoff, hands it off to Buddy Wilson. Buddy Wilson.
Speaking of tools, he's trucking.
With his chips cashed in. As he goes down well past the first down marker, and that's 2 big runs that if you're Piketon, you absolutely needed those right now.
Yeah. Now, I will say this now. I will repeat myself, and this time it'll be true. This is the kind of drive you like to see from Piketon.
Here we go. They have someone working here with this no-huddle offense. Hand off to Buddy Wilson, and then met in the middle by Cooper there. And he said, I'm tired of you guys running all over us. I'm going to put a stop to that right now.
Met in the middle right at the line of gain, but then shout out to Buddy not going down, making 1 or 2 people have to bring him down.
Yeah.
1 or 2 extra people having to bring him down, and he gains about 2 on the play, at least 2 to 3. Maybe. What the hell does the scoreboard say? Does it say
pass away, caught by Thacker, and out of bounds.
I don't know. It looks like it says
I don't see a time up there.
3rd and 8. It's 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first quarter.
There we go.
But I'm looking. Is it 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8? Ball's on the 21. I know that much.
As Goyen and Thacker get to play.
Well, they just got a first down. His ball on the 13 now. I love this 3 running back formation. Love some power running.
And that goes nowhere. So it looks like number 11 was sneaking in there at the end, Wyatt Savage. He's been playing big for Piketon when Buddy was out. So 2 viable running back options here for Piketon.
And we have just reached the 2-minute mark in the first quarter here, as we got a 6-0 game.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, we have the SVC and the FAC scores going across the bottom, updated live. And that is updated tackle for loss there for number 13, Jace Reinhardt, doing it all tonight on special teams and defense.
I don't know what the FAC is, but we got the
Took out the
back
conference.
scores. I do know what it is.
I wasn't ready for the joke.
It's all good.
I don't know what this FAC is, but I know the fact.
Yeah, I know the fact.
Matter of fact. I guess I could put Waverly scores.
And that is not Chillicothe's conference. That is Jackson's conference.
That's true.
Everybody else is just playing in it. Even though Miami Trace is ranked higher. As we get a catch that looks like it goes nowhere. Maybe gets a yard or 2 out to the 10. We got 4th down here. I believe that was Mason Thacker with the catch, number 12. Now, do you go for it here?
Yes.
I don't know if they got a good kicker or what's going on.
I don't care if I have a good kicker or not. I just feel like playing Paint Valley field goals isn't really going to do me a whole lot here. And if I do have a good kicker, I get the touchdown, I'm taking the lead instead of tying the ball game.
Or you're coming up empty.
True. That's true.
Because I will say this.
Looks like it's 4th and 8.
And now this was a big drive. They could be. I believe they are on the 11.
Here we go. Goyen rolls out right. And he's going to be slammed down there by Cam Cooper with a big sack there for the Bearcats.
If this game is on Saturdays, that is a first down Piketon.
Yes.
If this is a Saturday or Sunday game. Glad it's not. Love high school football. It's the best.
That's why
in the
high school
business.
football is the best, yes.
Because these refs are thinking the same thing. I mean, he got hit and thrown out of bounds. That's a tackle.
Yeah.
That's a tackle.
All righty, so can Paint Valley do something here with the big stop, and can Piketon bounce back after a great drive ending in 0 points? That's just something you hate to see as a coach there, Adam. A drive all the way down inside
With it
almost
being
a 10.
Such a great drive. It started at the 20 on the opposite
Yes.
field. You went 70 yards to come up with nothing. That's why, personally, I'm kicking the field goal.
Yep.
Because then your defense is going to have a little bit of momentum to it, thinking we got to stop, Hell,
Yeah.
we'll field goal them to death.
And
We
their
just hold
defense,
them.
other than the first drive, has been playing pretty well here, as the option is
One of the first runs we've seen Braylon not get.
Yeah.
I think he only got 2-3 yards there, if any.
And that is going to be how the first quarter ends here. We're going to give you a quick break from our voices. We will be right back. Sorry about that, folks. I hit the wrong audio button. Thank you to Nathan over at Richie's letting us know. We have number 52 coming off the field here for Paint Valley. All right, so that's going to be a timeout here for Paint Valley. Leading 6-0. Again, we want to thank our sponsors, Frednick's Pizza. Ladies and gentlemen, some of the best pizza that you will ever have. Railway Express, they are right there in the marathon over there by Uniola in Pleasant Valley. Always has some of the best gas prices around, so make sure that you're stopping into there. Paint Valley Hardware and Supply, all the tools, hardware supply, and honestly, they have some good drinks as well. A nice little gas station, nice little knick-knack store in there. So make sure you're checking them out. And McFadden Pharmacy, the only pharmacy that you'll ever need in your entire life. I can guarantee that. And make sure you stick around for our question of the night as Preston Faber takes the pass. Oh, it's batted away, almost intercepted there. Number 18. Gavin Blanton on that. Stick around, though. At halftime, we'll be giving away our question of the night, and the winner gets a free $5 candy buffet to Grandpa Joe's. Guys, you get so much candy for $5, you don't understand. It's a buffet of it. You just load that baby up. Faber takes the snap, hands off to Braylon, finds some room on the outside, breaks one tackle, brought down by two other tacklers, but not before he gets a first down there for the Bearcats. So a nice methodical drive here for Paint Valley, keeping the pace exactly where they want it. And again, last year, guys, it was Piketon jumping out to a big lead, and then Paint Valley having to storm back and complete the comeback for a win. As they hand off to Braylon, I guess he didn't get the first down on the last handoff. That is my correction. Now we do have the first down. Kind of a no-brainer there if you're Corey Dye on fourth down in that kind of field position with the way that Braylon's been running the ball tonight. Have to go for that one there. And I would be looking for a pass here. Carson Free's been quiet here for a while. And just as we say it, a target to him, it's going to be a catch, gain of about 3 or 4. And that's what, Paint Valley's been trying to do a better job of getting Carson these little dink and dunk throws, get him in a rhythm so that whenever they try to go to him long, he's seeing the ball better, has a better idea of how to read it. As Braylon Robinson's going to get the handoff again and have to be brought down by the entire Piketon defense. It looks like, yes, that is going to be a first down there for the Bearcats, so they are moving quite nicely on this drive. Preston takes the snap, hands it off to Braylon. Braylon finds a hole down the middle. Oh, and it's just going to be a shoestring tackle there. You don't see that often there on Braylon Robertson.
Robertson takes the ball. Down to the 21, second and 4.
Another handoff there to Braylon. He is going to gain a couple there.
Some big plays happened while I was gone. A very near interception.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that one. Look, that one looked a little bit forced. Looked like he was trying to find free. And he threw it into what would almost look like double coverage, and it was really tight coverage
and then
in the man-to-man.
Another thing that I was telling the viewers here is, they got that dink and dunk pass there to Carson. That's been something that they've been trying to do a lot more of here, trying to get him in a rhythm so they can see the ball better when they go to him deep. As they looked for him there, he was covered, though. We don't have a flag. It's probably going to be the area of holding. Incomplete pass there intended for Jeremy Kane.
Yeah, so Ben Lauterbach gave me a tip. He said, be careful opening it because all the cheese might come off of the pizza. He got nachos while I was up there. He was going to give them to me, too. So I made a joke. I was like, oh, thanks for the nachos. You didn't have to. And he's like, oh, you can have them. I'll get more. Hell of a guy. Yeah, there's basically no cheese on this. Damn it.
All right, so holding call there on Paint Valley.
Killing him right now.
Yeah, coach is not happy. Sorry about that. Dropped my water.
Robertson on the carry. What a stop. Number 88 play. Third and 6-17.
So Paint Valley, they've had a good drive here, but now a couple of penalties are just kind of holding them back here. Third and long, you got to be expecting pass, but I wouldn't be surprised if you see a run here just so they can gain something. And that is just going to be Piketon coming in. And, man, they've been doing that all night. They've been able to get in the backfield and cause havoc here for Paint Valley.
Robertson back to kick.
I feel like this game's moving right along as we got just under 6 minutes. We got 5 minutes, 53 seconds left here in the half.
Punt away.
And it almost got down.
I thought that they were going to be able to get that there for a second, but it's going to go in the back of the end zone for a touchback.
So I was informed today they've never had
Like to see a first and 10 from the
Really?
Yes, sir.
You'd think a black and gold school would have yellow Gatorade.
Not so much the black area.
Yeah, I think that's just, yes. Or I guess dark purple. Nah, going into that Union territory with the purple and gold.
Well, you should go with the frost.
Yeah.
Open every single one of them and dye it black.
True. All right, so here we go. After the punt, Piketon taking the ball over on the 20. Snap to Golian, rolls out. Looks opposite way. Oh, that's going to be a huge sack there. Number 35 for Paint Valley, C.J. Mannion coming up with a huge sack on the play.
I think they credit it to number 50, Yoakum. Is what I just heard.
Okay. I feel like maybe both of them have gotten back there because As here we go, handoff to Buddy on. He's going to get it back and then some. Oh, Buddy Wilson, he's going to cross the 30. He's going to cross the 40, go out of bounds at the 45. Big run there by Buddy Wilson.
Should have grabbed a napkin.
I think I got a shirt for it. And another big play. That one's going to be from Mason Thacker. And again, don't forget to look down at that ticker for the most up-to-date scores that you can find.
First down, Ministries.
All right, so if you're Payne Valley, you got to sit down and dig in after a few big plays here from Piketon. Hand off there to Buddy. And here they go. They're kind of started to lock in here. Third down. It looks like about 7. Hand off there to Buddy Wilson. He's going to find some room on the outside, but it's not going to be enough for a first down.
I feel like this Piketon team plays, this Payne Valley defense plays a lot better with a smaller field at their back, whereas this Piketon offense might be the opposite, where they play a little better with a lot of field to take. So I've noticed as soon as they get down kind of past the 50, their offense kind of stalls out.
So here we go, 4th down. Fake handoff there to Buddy. I don't know. Let's see where they mark it here. And they say that is good. They're not even going to measure it. That's a 4th down stop. If I'm Piketon, I'm asking for a measure there. But the referees are sound in their decision, saying no, that is going to be a turnover on downs. Payne Valley is going to take over, and Piketon's not even seeming to question it. So here we go. After the turnover on downs, Dres Bullion's going to get the catch. A gain of a few yards there.
I always have mixed feelings on the bubble screen.
I don't like running it in college football.
I run the hell out of it in college football, especially with an RPO bubble screen. I do like that for this Payne Valley team, just because if you're a quarterback and you make the wrong read and you hand off when you're not supposed to, Braylon probably still get a couple.
So here we go, fake handoff here. Preston, he was looking downfield, wanting a bomb, but he's going to tuck it and run.
For about 3 there. Unless this ref is calling him out at the...
Yeah, he's going to call him out a little early there. I don't like the way that these refs have been spotting the ball, I'm not going to lie, for either team, because I definitely think Piketon got that first down. And the fact that they didn't even measure it was shocking. All right, here we go. I believe third down here, yes, for Paint Valley. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Oh, and another near interception there.
I feel like that was really the first bad throw that I've seen, because I did spend some time in the concession stand line there. It's one of the first bad throws I've seen from Farber there. I guess second if you count the one where he kind of threw it into double coverage. He got tipped around a little bit.
So Paint Valley's going to have to line up to punt here. Don't think if you're Piketon you have to worry about a fake. As you see there, the return man. Not a whole lot of returning, though, for Piketon so far.
Depending on how long this play is, might be the last one before the 2-minute warning here.
Snap away. Oh! Punts it out of bounds. Looking like he was trying to do the fake, but didn't throw a pass there, which kind of would like to see what it's like whenever Braylon has to pass the ball.
Hopefully only throws touchdowns. We got 2 minutes and 4 seconds here left on the first half, second quarter, as Piketon takes over the ball. I know you're not supposed to be looking ahead to next week or anything like that, but if Paint Valley is going to make it out of these next 2 to 3 weeks, I guess not so much next week, but weeks 9 and 10. For weeks 9 and 10, they're going to have to play a little bit better, a little bit more soundly. Yes, to get through that. Because if they're playing defense like this against a Unioto or a Zane Trace, it's going to be all bad news for them.
It's going to look like it's a screen pass here to Buddy Wilson.
Buddy Wilson
makes one-man miss, makes two-man miss. Gives the stiff arm to Carson Free, but he's going to be able to bring him down. But there is a flag. I wonder if they're going to be calling for a face mask here.
That is 100% a face mask. I got the perfect line on it. It's the only thing not being blocked is the yard hash. For us right now, it's the left hash going towards the scoreboard. Oh no, they called it a horse collar. Wow. I mean, it still runs. It's a 15-yard penalty. So I mean, it's. I don't believe so. It's not like if you do 2, you get kicked out or anything. It's not like a target. And plus, we're in high school ball. That's more of like a collegiate level or a professional level thing.
So here we go. Looks like the ball on the 15 here. Going, takes a snap. Hands off to Buddy. Here we go again.
Get down inside that red zone and then just don't have a whole lot to go anywhere with. Don't have a whole lot of room to go anywhere. Yeah, but if you're playing, I'll say Unioto like this because they got a wide receiver threat in their red zone, being Blake Hoops, just so swift. I feel like he's one of those receivers that's just better with a short field anyway. So I feel like it would just be a tough matchup if they're playing defense that just allows Unioto to push down the field.
A bend, no break kind of defense is going to eventually bend and break. So here we go.
See if we can
this is the closest that Piketon's been all night.
Now, they still can get a first down here without scoring.
Yes.
Just got to get to about the 4-yard line, I want to.
I think, 5 or 4-yard line. Snap here. Quarterback draw. It's going to be touchdown.
He's talking about touchdowns.
So that puts Piketon on the board here to make it a 6-6 ball game, 1 field goal away from taking the lead.
Yeah, now I'm not going to say, hey, this could be a 10-6 game. Because we have no guarantees that field goals would be made here in high school, because they're not guaranteed on any level. Absolutely would have kicked that one, the first one here.
And Piketon is definitely feeling themselves after that one, after they take a 7 2-0 lead. And I'm going to say it again, they feel like they got robbed and that they should have been the ones that won the game last year. Scoreboard does say otherwise, though. But here they are trying to get their revenge.
At Paint Valley, no less, because last year's game was played in Piketon, was it not?
Correct.
Played in the Thundercloud, new Piketon Stadium name.
We've been doing that pretty much everywhere we go, giving stadiums new names.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're the Red Streaks.
Yeah.
And a red streak's a red streak of lightning. Only natural, it's coming from some storm clouds.
Thunderclap.
Memphis Storm Front here with your weather update.
So it looks like we're having a talk between captains here, which with the referees, which normally means that they are not playing nice out there on the field.
No, we haven't seen anything dirty, really. Yeah, there was a little bit of a horse color. That's just, again, probably. No,
Mine
I
has
don't
to
say it's just
mine
bad
has to say
form.
talking.
Yeah,
maybe
that's
saying
what I was gonna
words
say. It's probably talking a lot
that you shouldn't be saying on a high school football field.
of you're not a nice person, blah 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 blah. You know.
Yeah.
Trying to
I hope that's
keep it.
I was gonna say I hope that's the extent of it.
Maybe one guy's telling another guy, "Hey, your girlfriend's a pretty nice lady. Your mom also a nice lady."
Nice
Maybe
lady I've never met, actually.
Maybe some stuff like that. 'Cause
Kickoff here.
There's no way these coaches are letting these guys be undisciplined in person.
Oh, and here we go. It looks like a big return there. Cut short there. Number 2 on the return.
Another questionable spot. Looked like he got another 2 yards out of that.
Yeah,
but
man. It's just like
it's almost like they're calling him down where their feet are and not where the
ball
is.
is.
So
Yeah.
like, but hey, I'm not one to question a ref.
No, I ain't. Eli Smith on a nice return there.
Now I will say this Piketon team, not necessarily everybody from this Piketon team, they were involved in a little skerfuffle with Westfall last year.
Oh, nice catch there by Carson.
His best Braylon Robertson impression and making 4 people tackle him. Looked like to be a little bit of a high pass, but when you got a 6'8" receiver out there that can jump to the moon, doesn't really matter how high you throw it. Man,
So yeah, they're going to call a timeout there because, again, they are running their 2-minute drill here.
yeah, it is their second timeout of the half. I want to say there is right around a minute left. Yeah, like I just said, there's right around half a minute left, 24 seconds on the clock here.
It's been the best game we've been to yet this year just because it's not a blowout in the second quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a 1-point advantage for Piketon.
If you're Pay Valley here, too, you're in a pickle because you have to go for 2 now if you get the touchdown. Snap here to Preston. He's going to roll out right. Look downfield, not find anybody, and another sack there for the Piketon defense.
Gameday carries the ball out of bounds.
So Pay Valley's offensive line really needs to come together here and start holding their blocks, keep those feet chopping, and keep a good sound block going. So Preston, I know you have to do a lot longer than you normally are because of this 2-minute offense. You have to look deep. You can't do these quick dink and dunks. As again, Preston's just running for his life out there right now.
You want to stay in bounds, though, as that's just going to take us to half here.
Yeah.
We've got about 3 seconds left. And there it is. That is the half as we're
So as we go into halftime, Piketon feeling very good about themselves. Paint Valley is having to go to the locker room. But again, last year, the locker room adjustments are what the name of the game was. So
now I will say this: if I'm a Piketon fan, because I just don't like seeing my team cheer that much at halftime.
Only
for
up
a
one,
1-point win.
and you're really only up because of a stop 2-point conversion that very easily could have been a converted one. So
could be going up 4.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll not count it as a chocolate.
All righty, well, ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back here after we let you listen to the bands here from Paint Valley and Piketon. And don't forget, you can check that ticker there at the bottom for up-to-date score updates.
Ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet and make some noise for the pride of Piketon, the Rock and Roll Streets. Under the direction of Mr. Jackson Barnes and Mrs. Ashley Locke, the band is excited to share 2 hits from the soundtrack to the best sequel movie, Shrek 2. These lines of lightning mean we're never alone, so come on, jump a little higher if you feel a little high later. We were once upon a time in love, or should we say, accidentally in love. We still don't know what we were waiting for, and our time is running out. Time may change us, but we can't trace time. So turn and face the strange as the band plays David Bowie's hit tune, Changes.
Hey, are you up? You're like not real close, are you? Oh, okay. I was gonna say my battery up here is at 43%, but there's a plug-in that's right here, like right underneath the stand. It's in the bag. Brought the bag back. Okay. Thanks, man. No, it's just the battery for the camera. Yeah, that's all. Cool.
We finish the night by guaranteeing your jaws will drop because they don't make a lot of what we got. If you feel me, then this is your bet. But even if it's not, we bet this dance tune made you look. Latin field to the field to keep you on your feet. We're asking you, how you doing with Oye, Como, Wow. The middle school marching band members and the amazing TV marching backyard alumni. The band is going to play Long Train Running. to help our students get the best of the games and the dance. The student winner tonight will take home a homecoming package, lipstick, paint, ballet, work, gift certificate, polish nail, and barber dress. The proudest student is Johnny Wolf. We know that homecoming is just for the parents. That's why the fan winner takes home the relaxation package, which is a gift bag made by Piketon Spa. Barber drinks, tea bag, barber drinks. The lucky fan is Rob Truitt. You can meet the club member at the concession stand during halftime.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back here after a long, great halftime there by two great bands here in the SVC. Little score update for you. I know it's down there on the ticker, but I'll make it easy. We have Southeastern losing to Huntington at the half, 14-6. We also have Chillicothe losing to Hillsborough, 14-0 at halftime. We also have Unioda up 28-0 on Adena at the half. And if we go over to the fact, Jackson doing what Jackson does, being up 28-0, and Miami Trace putting a beat down on McLean, 44-3, and then over in the SOC, Waverly is up 20-0 against Memphis. Haven't had a score update yet for the Zane Trace versus Westfall game. We'll be trying to get that out here for you shortly. As Paint Valley looks to kick it away here to start the second half.
Nice little return going so far.
Oh, past the 25. Oh, and that's exactly what you needed if you're Piketon to come out and keep that momentum going.
I will say at the half, Farber had 132 yards and a touchdown, with Braylon having 10 rushes and 38 yards. Jeremy Kane, 2 catches, 77 yards and a touchdown. On the Piketon side, Luke Golian being 7 for 8, 79 yards and an 8-yard touchdown run, with Buddy Wilson having 13 rushes for 78 yards, and Mason Thacker leading the receivers for Piketon, 5 catches, 44 yards. I forgot to mention it. Preston was 8 for 14, so just over 50%.
So here we go, Golian. First play of the second half is going to be a pass, incomplete, intended there for Thacker.
It looked like Braylon got a hand in on that one.
Braylon's pass. Intended number 12, Thacker, incomplete. 2nd and 10.
I don't know what has changed out here at Paint Valley, but they have actually good phone service.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's
This used to be no phone service.
first time in 40 years.
Yeah. Buddy Wilson is breaking through some arm tackles, goes and past the 30 and 20. He's not going to be caught.
Now,
Big
is that Buddy
touchdown
Wilson or
run.
is that 34? Because I thought Buddy was 24, so that is 34. Looking like Zane Brownfield. He got the.
Zane graduated.
I know, but he's looking like he's got the same shoulder pad height. He's got the neck roll.
Yeah, no, Buddy.
It is
But
Buddy.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I thought he was 24 last year. I could.
He could have changed from but yeah, that's going to be Buddy Wilson on a big touchdown run to start the second half, and you got to be feeling good if you're a Piketon fan.
That definitely puts him over 100 yards rushing. His 14 attempts, got about 140 yards, I'd assume, depending on where they came from or where that run started. We'll say definitely full 130.
Bad snap, field goal, no good, and that is best case scenario if you're Paint Valley right now, because you're a touchdown and extra point away from tying this game up instead of a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Now, I was a little nervous for Piketon because they got real pumped up as they ended the half there. It was almost like I would assume it was going to be a little bit of a premature celebration, get the guys all hyped, and maybe they're going to come out and lay down in the second half, take it a little easy, not be as, have that chip on their shoulder or really want it as much anymore in the second half. But that they have proved me wrong so far, coming out with a nice return and then a big, two-play drive, one-play drive?
Yeah, two-play drive. And now I wonder if Paint Valley, how you're going to respond, you haven't really faced this kind of adversity all year. And you're right back to the team that was giving you the first kind of adversity you saw in the season last year in this Piketon team, and they are feeling themselves right now. I mean, they are on cloud 9, especially after a huge drive like that. So if you're Paint Valley, methodical, yes, you do like those drives, but I would almost like to have just a 2-3 play drive myself of just big plays.
I think the methodical drives is what was keeping them from the end zone for the most part.
As the kick is going to go right there to Carson.
Finds a hole.
Yeah, he's going to have a nice return back to the 34. So that's going to be 9 yards ahead of where they would normally start. So Paint Valley starting 1st and 10 here. And as much as I love the passing game for Paint Valley, I think they're great at it. I think they have the receivers to do it. I'm turning around and I'm handing this ball off to Braylon Robertson until they prove that they can't stop him before he gets 4 to 5 yards.
Yeah, really, that's he's been your workhorse for the last 3 years. I guess the last 2 years because he transferred in as a sophomore, correct? Yeah. So, I mean, and much of this year he's just been
hand up,
beast on the ground.
And here we go, hand off to Braylon. Brought down about the 39. So a nice run there to start the drive, and I'm turning around. I'm doing the exact same thing.
Forward progression got him to the 40.
Yep.
Just on the other side of it.
I was wondering if they were going to give him that.
Yeah, because it's a hard one, especially in the high school realm, because did he start to go back on his own? Was he forced back? And with a guy like Braylon, you're just almost assuming, he went back on his own because there's no way somebody's going to force him back like that.
And here we go again. He's going to be stopped just about a yard short of the.
Now, again, don't like that spot because he looks like he was wrapped up and tackled at the 45.
Oh, yeah, no, that is
an awful spot.
Man, I just don't understand where they're looking to spot the ball. I just don't get it.
I really hope that a lot of the refs go back and kind of watch the tape on these and be like, well, yeah, I was a little wrong on that spot.
So here we go. And here we go again, another handoff to Braylon, and he's going to do it. He said, spot this. I don't care. It's going to be a first down.
See, like right there.
What are you doing?
That was the worst spot ever. The ref sees him at the 49 and puts him on the other side of the 50. How is that? How?
I don't understand.
Is it because his gut's lapping over? He can't see where the ball is?
I don't understand. Here we go.
Blocking his own view.
And this has been on both sides of the ball. If you're hearing it for the first time on Payne Valley's side, Piketon got screwed out of a first down on a fourth down.
Didn't even measure it.
That was what got me. Didn't even measure the ball.
Now this right here, I don't think he gained a yard. If you put that ball on the 49, hadn't crossed the 50 yet, they're giving him a yard. I don't think he got that yard.
No. So here we go. Payne Valley runs back to the. Oh, and that's just too high of a throw there. Couldn't be reeled in there by Carson Free.
Kind of looked a little weird of a play, almost like neither team was ready for it.
Yeah, it looked like Payne Valley tried to do some hurry up there and got too much in a hurry. Wasn't able to get set and make a sound throw.
And honestly, it looked like Piketon's defense was a little confused. You could almost roll out a little bit or maybe do a little bit of a pump or something to just try to move that defense because they were almost standing still in confusion, and somehow that was the best defense for them.
So here we go. On third down, Preston's going to take it. That pass rush has been hard to beat tonight, but Preston does it with his legs on that one. Gets the first down and makes sure that Piketon knows that he got it.
And now that was a good spot. They put him at the ball.
They put him right where the ball was supposed
out.
to be. Yeah. All right, here we go. Hurry up to the line. Hand off to Braylon. No, it's not. He's going to keep it. Oh, makes a bad miss. And Preston Farmer's going to pass the 20. Oh, did we get a late hit there? No. I don't know if that was a late hit or not. From the camera angle where we're at, it looks like it could have went 50-50. I'm kind of happy with the no call there. But Preston Faber getting it done with his legs.
With kids running that fast, I have a hard time with refs calling that late hit. Now, if he was out of bounds.
And here we go. Man, Payne Valley is just in that 2014 Oregon hurry-up mode right now.
What the FCS schools do to you, beat you when you're not
Yeah.
supposed to. Looking at you, FCS East.
Oh, fumble!
Recovered by Piketon.
Oh, my God.
And that is not what you want to see as a Payne Valley fan.
You can almost feel the life come out of their bodies there. As a huge fumble recovery there for Piketon.
Now, this Payne Valley team has just looked like they came out flat.
Yeah.
They got that first score, much, not to keep name dropping them, but much like that Uniota game last year where they came out, scored right off the rip off a big 70, and that was it. It's kind of, they had just a long drive to score, but.
So here we go. Hand off to Buddy. Gain of maybe one, but, you know, with the spots that we've seen tonight, we don't know.
Now, if I'm Payne Valley,
He walked it back. He literally just walked it back a whole yard. I don't.
Buddy, he's not. It's not down until he's on the ground. Just because there was contact, if he goes forward another yard, 2 yards,
he
after
gets
contact,
those other 2 yards
because it's called a run. Now, if I was Piketon's coach, I'd be stressing the importance of ball security on this.
Very much. Golian going to keep
big
it.
block,
man. That was by number 54.
Yeah. Now, and that it was kind of scary there because it looked like he almost ruined it because he put the kid on the ground and then jumped into him, like drove him into the ground. Looked like the kid started to turn, so I mean it could have been a block in the back if the ref wanted to be a jerk. But I'm glad he held on to that flag and did not throw it because pancake of the night so far.
Here we go. Takes the snap. Going, looks to pass. Ooh! Incomplete. Kane, though, was going for the interception there.
And that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. A pick right there would have been detrimental to this Piketon team.
So 4th down, if you're Piketon, you have to punt it here.
There's no way in the hell you do anything but punt it. I don't care if you fake punt and you get a 50-yard gain. It was the wrong call.
It was the
almost.
wrong call, yes.
Like, I mean, it wasn't, but, I mean, it would just so much could go wrong.
It was a wrong call gone right.
Yeah.
That's what that would have been. Again, if you're watching this and you're at the Zane Trace Westfall game, please give us an update. We have had no updates on that one yet.
They are resetting the game clock to 7 minutes and 42 seconds and holding it until the snap, as that was a dead ball off the incomplete pass.
Now, if you're Paint Valley, are you sitting in the house for a block, or are you just letting it go? Because my big thing with sitting in the house is, yeah, you might get a block, but you also might get a roughing the punter, and that's the last thing you want after a big stop, big 3 and out here. They elect to just let him punt it away. I think that's a smart decision here.
Yeah, that's when you're yelling Peter on.
Yep.
You don't want anybody to touch it. Great field position for the Bearcats here. Wonder if this Piketon defense can come up big, force another turnover, or get a stop here to keep the momentum rolling.
Shout out to Brooke Foster on the update from the Zane Trace Westfall game. It is 21-0 in favor of Zane Trace. Thank you again.
Let's go, Brooke.
Brooke Foster. Round of applause. Thank you. And Bill Callahan. He is the ESPN updates for
Bill
us over
Callahan
here.
makes me feel like my phone has got a high school ESPN.
Da-da-da-da-da-doo.
Especially when I had my tooth problem when I was out because of the toothache.
That was no joke, too, ladies and gentlemen. That was insane.
I was taking like 800 milligrams of ibuprofen and 1,000 milligrams of Tylenol every 6 hours.
All right, here we go. Man in motion. That looks like Kane for the Bearcats.
But yeah, Bill Callahan there was update every score every 5 minutes. I knew exactly what was happening in every single game.
We should be paying that, man.
Yeah. He just does it for the love of the game.
He does. All right, so 2nd down there after a good run. Just a little update for you guys. We will be at the Michigan versus Ohio State, the North Carolina versus Duke, the biggest rivalry in the SVC, Zane Trace versus Yoda next Friday night. Make sure you tune in to the Ride the Wave show for that. So here we go, 3rd down here for the Bearcats, and you are in 4-down territory right now if you're Corey Dye. Sorry, 3rd down here for the Bearcats, but you still are in 4-down territory if you are Corey Dye here. Hands the ball off to Braylon. Braylon says, we don't need 4 downs. Well, let's see where the spot is.
Now, he is spotting it good, and I think that's right where it is.
Yep.
That's one where we need a measurement. I don't know. Don't call it a first. Don't call it a 4th down. Measure the son of a bitch, and then call it. Excuse my French, even though I'm speaking plain English. Oh, here we go.
If you were measuring this one, how did you not measure the other one for Piketon?
Really?
On 4th down? And it's coming from a Paint Valley fan.
Ball don't lie.
Yeah,
4th and
short.
inches.
Again, you're going for it here if you're Paint Valley. You're not even hesitating. You already have your play call. You know it's short. You know it's 4th and inches. You're saying, I'm damn near almost telling Braylon go under center. Just get the ball, go. So it looks like it's going to be 4th down and a yard.
I thought it was literally just the nose of the ball.
Maybe inches.
About an inch or two.
I mean, it's a push away.
Now I will say, inch or two. That's a lot of space. You know, like that's so much, almost too much. If you're asking me, half inch is just fine.
Preston gets a snap, Hands off to Braylon. He's going to get a lot of inches.
And he's in that fullback spot.
Yeah.
That old Tim Riggins spot, which is a spot that Braylon would have thrived in.
Yeah, in the early 2000s.
Yeah, if he would have played on this Paint Valley team in 2003 when they went to.
Could you imagine him at fullback with Drew Bob in the backfield? Oh, my God.
I've never seen Drew.
Oh, he's about the size of that ambulance right in front of us.
Yeah, I've never seen him, but I've heard he was a big fellow. Was he also tall?
Oh, yeah. Hell of a baseball player. Handoff there to Braylon Robertson. Breaks the first tackle like always, and then being brought down by, again, all of Piketon's defense.
Realistically, 8 people. 8 people were on him.
Yes. So we have 2nd and 4 here for the Bearcats. Other than the fumble, I mean, I don't know how you do anything other than turn around and hand the ball off here to Braylon. That's been the only miss out here. Oh! Preston looked to go pass and didn't have anybody open. Lowers his shoulder and runs over his defender for the first down.
Now, I will say this for you people that were wondering. Paint Valley ran through 3 packs of hot dogs and 3 packs of 30 hamburgers. So it's 3 packs of 24 and 3 packs of 30. So 90 hamburgers and about 72 dogs ran through them by halftime.
That is insane. If you want to know how many people are here for a packed house.
I saw a guy housing like 8 of them. It's just him.
Joey Chestnut in attendance.
He was eating the dogs one bite, no bun.
One bite.
There's a trail of buns behind him.
I don't need them carbs. All right, after the handoff there, it's going to be 2nd down here. We're getting close to where Paint Valley fumbled on their last drive. Handoff to Braylon, find some room outside. Ladies and gentlemen, if you see the first tackler coming up to tackle Braylon, just assume it's not going to happen.
Now, that last fumble was just a little bit of a miscommunication, I believe, by Braylon.
Yeah.
Who would you think is getting credited for that fumble? Is it the QB always? Because I always feel like it is a QB fault, or a QB.
Because I feel like it was more of like a read, and he's going to pull it as Braylon's trying to keep it, you know.
I just thought it was more of a little bit of a snap in a weird spot, handoff, not
or
just,
got
just
the arms backwards for the handoff. I feel like that would matter. You know, if the running back has the opening wrong, that have to go on him.
I almost don't like it, the fact that the quarterback just gets hit with the default. Because I'm also not a fan of the quarterback getting the interception on
if
his
it bounces,
record. If it's a tip.
Yeah.
I just hate that. I think that would it should almost be a fumble at that point.
Yeah.
You know?
Or like if it's an interception, just a team interception. Like,
it's like, hey, that was an interception by them, but it's not.
And Braylon says, you're going to intercept this. Reaches the ball over the punt.
Now,
how did that ref not call that a touchdown? What is going on? Is that not a touchdown?
It is a touchdown via the stadium scoreboard.
Okay. That is insane. Touchdown, Paint Valley. Looks to kick the field goal here. That's Braylon.
Yeah, definitely a touchdown. I was about to say,
I don't know how that ref
that
right there.
heftier ref was right there, and he let somebody else call it like,
oh, bad snap. And no good.
Oof.
Wow, so the battle of special teams here tonight as Paint Valley is still trailing by 1. If you're Corey Dye, you're wondering, man, did I just go for the 2-point there? But you didn't get it on the first try.
Special teams not so special tonight.
No. Looks like that's what the game is going to come down to here eventually. Again, we'll give a huge shout out to our sponsors, Railway Express, Frednex Mini Mart, Paint Valley Hardware and Supply, and McFadden Pharmacy.
And as always, North Chillicothe Used Trucks and North
Easy
Chillicothe
Credit.
Easy Credit.
Best salesman in not only Ross County, but the world.
Honestly, you go into those places, you don't even feel like you're getting sold. It feels like you're making a friend,
just
you're having
hanging out.
Fun.
If you come on Saturdays, we got free
football.
food. Yeah,
free food and football.
I mean, hell,
why else would you want to watch a game anywhere but at a car showroom?
That's my favorite place on Saturdays to watch it.
Absolutely.
So here we go here. Man, dumb thought, but I'm thinking it.
What, buying a car from anywhere else?
Corey Dye dipping into the 2009 Super Bowl Saints onside kick here to surprise him and get the ball back. Terrible idea, not the right call.
Yeah,
but
honestly,
if it worked,
my thing is, if I'm
Brucey at?
Dye, I'm calling the. If you do call it onside here, you let Braylon kick it about 10 yards, and Braylon's not going to go get it like Pat. He's laying the boom.
Yes.
You send 17
Yes.
right behind him, so that way Braylon can clear some guys off of it.
and
as
he just
dude's
picks it
getting
up. Yeah. So here we go. Corey Dye not taking our advice, kinda. I mean,
I love the squib kick. Just
Yes.
keep it low because you know, like, hey.
oh
kick
no,
out
he's
of
gonna have
bounds.
some room out there.
Oh, and just a-
number one got sucked in on the inside.
Makes up for it.
That is heart.
Saving grace right there.
Yes, that's heart and determination right there.
If I'm a coach, I'm not going to lay into him too bad right now because I want to keep his confidence good. When we're doing film, like,
Film
hey,
on Mondays,
you
no
see
suck.
how you got an extra 5 to 10 yards on your 5 to 7?
It's because you got sucked in.
Yeah,
there.
you can't get sucked in there.
All right, so here we go. Piketon looking to answer after giving up the touchdown to Paint Valley. Huntington now up 20-6 on Southeastern.
Missed by a mile.
You didn't know Kobe.
On the carry,
Gullion on the carry there, doesn't get a whole lot. Looks back over to get the play. Looks like they have trips left with Buddy in the backfield. Lets his line know what the call is. Takes the snap. Read option there. Pitches it out to Buddy.
That's what we like to call the speed option.
Oh, yeah, not the read, yeah. The Navy option.
Well, it's the third option in the triple option, really.
Yeah.
It's the pitch mark. So, I mean,
Hey, where did the Navy coach go? He's coaching somewhere else this year. The head coach, man, I just saw that the other day.
I know it's the first time since 1995 that the Armed Forces have started off. You know, fun fact, one of the Armed Forces team, there was like 3 or 4 national champions that year because we were actively at war, so teams weren't able to go and play outside of states and stuff like that. So a lot of them would have to play interstate. So like Ohio State would have to play
Ohio,
or they'd have to play Ohio. They'd have to play like
pass caught there.
Oh,
Breaks a
still
couple
up.
of tackles. I think that was Thacker. I can't see the number.
number
That was
4.
number 4.
Johnson. First and 10. Run straight.
But yeah, they'd have to play like the Armed Forces basically. We got another run flag on the play. Looks like it might be a little bit of a hold, but yeah. So like, what's a fort in Ohio like?
I know Camp Sherman.
Well, like whatever. Like, what state are they in?
No, the Camp Sherman's right there by Union.
Oh. I was thinking of like so Fort Hood in Texas, right? Like you'd have Texas University. They'd have to play teams from the actual armed forces.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. So it wasn't a lot of travel because active in war.
Warfare.
Wilson on the carry. Number 35. C.J. Manning. The tackle.
All right, so Piketon, they're driving here, but that doesn't always mean a score for them here today, as they've had plenty of drives that have stalled inside the 30. Gullion takes the ball, throws it, gets it completed. That one's going to be to Mason Thacker.
I feel like they've been looking for that route all night, and that's the first time it's been open, and it was a beautifully delivered pass. Also want to say real quick, got my years mixed up. 1945 was not won by Armed Service. There was a Heisman Trophy winner from, I believe, Army.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, he was in the Armed Services. His name was Felix Doc Blanchard.
Alrighty, handoff there to Buddy Wilson. Going to be brought down. It looks like at the 20.
And this Paint Valley defense needs to come.
They need to stop.
They need to stop. And just honestly, this Piketon offense, you need to get a touchdown here. Keep this momentum rolling.
Yes. Now, if you're Piketon, if you get a touchdown here, you got to go for 2, right?
Yeah, because it's going to essentially, I wouldn't say seal it, because it's still in the third quarter, and there's a lot of
It's a 2-possession game, though.
Can't help but think that right now,
Yeah. It looks like it's going to be a timeout here. Piketon takes timeout. I don't know about that.
First time out of the half.
Oh, it's 4th down?
It is 4th down. I think they might have been trying to draw them offside.
Yeah. Then might I do I thought it was 3rd down, so that's my apologies. You kick it?
See, I've never been a fan of just taking time out there, especially in the third. If it's going to be this close to the game, you never know when you're going to
need to use those timeouts.
Late in the game to get the ball back, to give yourself some time. Because if you're going for it anyways, just take the 5-yard penalty, take the delay of game.
Yeah.
It changes what your play call is, but honestly, I'd be preparing my guys for that. Like, yeah, we're not calling a 4th and short here. We're going to call a 4th and about. What is it now? 4th and 4?
Yeah, so you'd be calling a 4th and 9.
Yeah. Because either way, you're taking a shot here. And that extra 5 yards isn't going to matter in the grand scheme of things if you don't get it. Yeah, and then, so for them to take that time out, come out here and not score, Paint Valley go down and score, it's going to be the biggest, like, oh no, for Piketon.
All right, so here we go. Big 4th down here. If Piketon gets it, they keep a very, very important drive rolling. Paint Valley needs to stop.
A lot can go wrong.
Buddy Wilson shifts to the right side. Julian takes the snap. Fake handoff to Buddy Wilson. And he is going to be, he's going to be brought down. I think he's going to be short. He was fighting for the extra yards there.
It looks like they got him down.
This is what I don't like, though. We're going to have to leave the spot up to the refs, and that has not been good tonight.
And it is right there. Looks like we're going to have another.
Again, how are you measuring all of these if you didn't measure that first one in the first quarter?
They watched the halftime. Somebody called them and said, hey, these Ride the Wave boys are on your
Yeah,
ass.
they are riding your wave relatively hard right now.
Where are we at next Friday? We are going to be at Zane Trace for Zane Trace Unioto.
Yeah, the Michigan-Ohio State of the SVC.
And it is no good.
4th down, and Piketon is not happy with that call.
Paint Valley is there. And what a big stop. Again, I feel like you kind of wasted the timeout here.
Yeah, especially not getting it there. Oh,
and I almost like them taking the 5 yards in 4th and 9 because it forces them to pass.
Yeah.
You know, you can't run. Which
now is there?
If it's not 4th and 2, I hate a run play on 4th.
Yeah.
I hate it unless you're just like, hey, I'm going to try to. We're up by 2 scores.
Because even 4th and 3, I feel like is kind of long.
Yeah. I mean, unless it's a Braylon Robertson type, which they got a Buddy Wilson, but didn't hand him the ball. They faked it. I feel like you're using a little bit too much time to.
So here we go.
Big hit there is an immovable object meets an unstoppable force.
Numbers and carries. Samuel starts. 2nd and 8.
Going for the pass here. Free catches it, breaks it, tackle.
A little over pursuit there by, I believe it was number 11. I could be wrong. They could have been different player there, but it did look like just a little bit of an over pursuit, and it caused cause Free to be able to break it a little bit and get was that a first down here?
Yeah, and that's what you kind of like to see again if you're a Paint Valley fan, getting him those dink and dunk passes, getting him into the flow of the game.
No.
I am trying to see how much time is left on the clock.
We got 11 seconds left in the third quarter.
I've been looking at the wrong spot for the clock the entire game.
time.
Yep. So
Where have you been looking at?
at the very bottom, like where the
Yeah,
down
it is
distance
at the top. It is-
and very big numbers.
Could not be any more wrong on where it was.
Yes. That play clock really did wonders for me. And that is going to be the end of the third quarter as we have, ladies and gentlemen, if you know someone with a barn, give them a call because it is officially burning. I'm burning for you.
Actually, you know what? Don't call him because it's not a barn burner. Go ahead and call the dog catcher because we got 2 dogs fighting. It's a dog fight.
Don't call me.
It is finally starting to cool off. It's been a rather warm night. Now, this isn't the team I thought was going to give Paint Valley their first test. I didn't really think they were going to, and I'm not going to say they were untested. You
Yeah.
know, I just think that
Well, this is the first big test because you know that Blanchester game, that was kind of a test. That West Jeff game was a huge test. When it comes to the SVC, though, and for the first game in a couple of weeks, this has been the first time that they've been tested. And Piketon, like we've been saying all week, this is a revenge game for them. They truly
I
thought they
would
should beat
honestly,
them
on
last year.
paper, I feel like this should have been a blowout, or
Yeah.
at least not a running clock blowout. It should have been a 2-3 score.
28-14.
Just based off the
27,
undefeated,
yeah.
3-3, knowing what Piketon did last year, they started off hot, kind of fizzled out. Love the way they're playing this Paint Valley team. They're playing hard and they're playing aggressive.
Oh, Braylon Robertson gets the handoff
And
met
that's
by a
the
host of tacklers.
That's the second time number 11 has met Braylon in the
White
hole.
Savage.
Yeah, so the first time Braylon got tackled by himself was the immovable object thing that I said.
Yes.
It was White Savage being a savage and stopping Braylon. First time I've seen that.
Savage!
In 2 years, Braylon gets stopped by
One person. And then right there, he did a good job of holding him up and let the
Yeah,
rest of his tacklers
yeah.
come.
Didn't get a chance to see where they spotted the ball, if they gave him a good spot or not, because I feel like that's one of the ones that's like, there is no forward progress. He got back to the line. That was it.
Please reset the game clock for 11:42 and wind it on my whistle.
Amen.
Resetting the game clock here to 11 minutes, 42 seconds, and they're going to start it on his whistle.
Again, if you guys are wondering where to get pizza in Bainbridge, Fred Nixon. Only answer. Handoff there to Braylon Robertson. Oh, wow, he's going to be – that's the first time we've not seen him get positive yards all year, at least all game.
He's going to bring up 4th and 4.
And that is a 4th and 4. Yeah, you're going to want to bring the punt unit out onto the field for this one.
Oh, yeah. I know it's the fourth quarter, but your defense has been showing you that they can get – now, I mean, watch the fake here, but – I don't like a fake punt run from 30 yards behind the line.
I can kind of tell by how their line is spaced out. If
Yeah.
anything, we're going to get a throw here. No, just immediately.
Yep, just a
punting that
nice-
down the road. Got some air on it.
Yeah.
An absolute piss missile.
Rolls down inside.
I thought he was grittying. He was just trying to get some air on it.
Jason Reinhardt tries to push it back just a little bit more there. And if you're Paint Valley, you need to stop, but you don't need to let them get down to the 40 or the 30 stop. You need to get a stop here so that you can get good field position here for your offense.
Honestly, Piketon has done a really good job at not leaving Paint Valley any field position. Just, you know, usually when they sputter out and kind of end their drives in they do it in a way that it gives Paint Valley a lot of field to make up,
Yeah.
and they just have not been able to get anything going.
Going, gets a step, drops back, looks to throw it here. Oh, my goodness!
That is the second time it's looked like he was trying to hit a Paint Valley player in stride. That was number 1.
Yes, well, number 1, Gage Wagner. He has been all around. He's been a ball hawk tonight. He has almost had 3 interceptions.
It almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. He's got 0 interceptions on the stat column. But we'll call it 3 deflections. Minimum.
Minimum.
We got another official stoppage here. He's saying, raise the roof, raise the roof.
Raise the roof, cowboy.
He was hitting one of these. Really, I think it was just him telling the sidelines they were a little too far up. Could be mistaken. No idea what that call is. Hand off to Buddy Wilson here. He bounces it outside.
Buddy Wilson.
Oh, my
Oh, wow!
God! He's on skates. Oh, and the number 0 getting the flag. You saw him talking to the ref there. I don't know why are you even talking to the ref in that situation?
Yeah, I don't understand that at all. What are you doing?
Teammate got put on skates. Looked like there was ice on the field. Maybe he was telling the ref get some de-icer out here because.
Yeah, or say like, hey, maybe learn how to spot a ball, asshole. But yeah, that's going to be a big flag there for Paint Valley. That's something that you cannot have, Adam, especially. Oh! Oh, there's going to be offsetting?
No, because it's a dead ball and during the play. It should be
Wow.
it should be a 10-yard hold, and then it should be a 15-yard unsportsmanlike because it's only offsetting happens when it's on the same play, correct?
I feel like I should know offsetting. I just don't even know anymore.
Yeah, and that's
did you really have to do that?
That is what happened, yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, with these guys not knowing how to spot the damn ball, yeah, they did. They had it counted out.
Just go ahead 5 yards, pal.
No, not in this game, not us. He's got an Apple Watch on. He's got a Fitbit trying to track his steps. I do that all the time at work.
All right, so here we go. First down for Piketon. And that's how it should be. It shouldn't be offsetting. It should be you get the 10 yards and then the 15. So it's being a 5-yard penalty.
Especially when it's that during the play and a dead ball foul. Now, if they would have, if I'm Coach Dye, I am furious.
Oh, my good. As Jeremy Kane makes up for it and gets a hand on the pass, because if Mason Thacker catches that, he has a bunch of room on the outside.
I think Kane knows. I had to make up for this.
I got to do
Coach
something.
Is pissed.
All right, so here we go. 2nd and 10. Ball on the Piketon 35-yard line. Empty backfield here. I don't know how I like that with the way that Buddy Wilson's been running here tonight.
Maybe they'll try to throw it to him like Paint Valley threw the
Man in motion. Fakes the handoff. Goalie tries to get it on the outside, and he is not going to escape the tackle from Jace Reinhardt, one of the best cornerbacks in the league.
I will say this about Kane. He's had a great game with just one mistake so far.
Yes.
So.
And that's a very out-of-character penalty on him. You don't get those out of him a lot.
Yeah. It could have just been a frustration. Learn to spot the damn ball, like you said. So I completely get it. But he stepped out at the 49, not the 50 rep. You're going to spot it wrong.
All right, here we go. Big third down here for Paint Valley and for Piketon. Oh! And a big sack there by number 55 for the Bearcats.
Laying the boom.
I got to get that thing. James Annan coming in like a cannon. Those are not perfect.
We're missing the middle page.
Dude, and the beginning.
What the hell is this?
I printed it wrong. I had to have. Got it on the phone, though, if you need to see.
Yeah, it's definitely a plan.
So
what a turn of offense,
I was about to say, Pay Valley needed that sack there. Oh, it goes for the block. Now Jace Reinhardt, he's actually going to get a chance to return that. Makes one man miss, bounces it to the outside, and brought down by a couple of Piketon defenders there.
Big hit by number 15 from Piketon. You saw him straight and just gear up for it. He laid the boom on it.
Here comes the. I don't really want it now.
It's a cool chill 7.
I'm going to say it again. If I'm Corey Dye, I'm turning around and I'm giving it to Braylon until they prove that they can stop me.
Me personally, I'm going to take that number 4 and I'm going to say, hey, this defense got a top.
Yeah.
And that top needs to come off. We're drop topping it, convertible.
Hand off to Braylon. Finds a giant hole there. It looks like he gets stuck by number 24. Trevin Shanks on the tackle.
And that was one of the ones where it looked like it's the first time they did a spot in a positive sense.
That did not work.
You're going to have to walk back there. I did it earlier. That's why I threw what I threw back there. But
here we go. After the big run here.
yeah, I feel like Paint Valley got
I'm not going to lie, that was a pretty good throw for that folder.
They got
Oh, Braylon!
So right here, it should be, this spot should be behind the 45. But they're going to give them an extra yard. I do not understand the spot. That is 2 extra yards, which it doesn't matter right now because Paint Valley has gotten the first down off of it, but it's 2 extra yards that they shouldn't technically have.
A lot of questionable spots here in this game tonight.
It's 2 6-yard gains.
Not terrible calls.
It's still a gain of 12 for a first down, not 14.
The flags have been good. They've been calling those right, but the
Hit as he throws.
Ooh, that was scary.
Yeah, like you said, a little slow to get up there.
I can imagine after taking a hit like that.
That's kind of how that first touchdown pass looked from Preston, except he got it out a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you were saying, the penalties have been good penalty calls. It's just been the spot
of the balls
That
have
is
just
the only complaint from these guys.
Yeah.
Is the spot. And that first time,
why did you not measure it?
Bailing Paint Valley out by not bringing out
Yeah.
the chains. And for them to do it every time since then, like 3 times since then.
It's like they heard us.
Yeah. Or they realized,
We probably should have brought the chains out.
we effed up.
It's like they bring it out for stuff they don't even need it for, just to make up for the misses. Preston, or no, Braylon's going to keep that one.
I want to say Preston came out for.
Yeah. Oh, here's a flag.
Now is it a holding? Is it a late hit?
I don't know.
Face mask looked like.
Okay.
It was a face mask.
So good news if you're a Paint Valley fan. And it looks like we have 7:51 to go here in the fourth quarter now that I know where to look for the clock. So Adam,
Incidental is
there's 5, and then a normal face mask is 10.
Which
is what
incidental,
I'm
I think, is just you grab it and let go of it.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if you, like the horse collar, you bring somebody down by it. Or, I guess, if you jerk it real hard, like left to right.
Or if your finger gets caught in it and they still run through it, like.
Yeah, I think it's more of a.
So we're going to keep that. Man, this Wildcat, though. Wow. Jeez. Braylon threw him like a sack of potatoes.
And then just look at. My favorite thing about Braylon's helmet is it looks yellow.
Yeah.
It looks yellow.
From all the jacks.
I swear to God, he's got a yellow helmet on right now. Especially compared to 19, who's only got a half yellow helmet. Like, not taking anything away from him. It's just.
Jeez Louise. Yeah. We're going to go back to this Wildcat. You know, hope that Preston's okay, but this Wildcat, him being out and getting this Wildcat formation to get some light.
I don't think Braylon's making a single read other than
the read is, I'm keeping the ball.
Yeah. It's like, I'm going to act like I'm handing it off to you, buddy. Do not take this from me.
Don't even put your hands up, bud.
I will tackle you myself.
Oh, he actually hands it off to Kane. Kane stays on his feet.
That is forward progression. Yeah, it's going to be it.
Where are they going to call it?
I believe it's
that guy up there, yes. Yeah. As obviously everybody saw the point.
Yeah. The ref at the top of the screen. And I feel like that was a good spot. I don't think he got any.
They must get tired of getting ripped.
Yeah. And I also like the fact that, like, they don't call unnecessary roughness because they're calling the ball dead and he still gets thrown down. It's like, man, these boys are just playing. You know,
especially in the fourth quarter, close ball game like this.
Game,
yeah.
Like, they're just playing their hearts out. Everybody's playing through the whistle. That's what your coaches want. We do need to invest in the game clock on screen.
Yes, we do.
As we got a wild play happening. Farber's first play back in is going to be a loss of about 6.
So they say 3rd and 12? No, 4th and 12. Who? You know, I'm not.
With 6 minutes and 24 seconds left in the game, we have a timeout.
I think this is a good timeout for Paint Valley. Then again, I don't know. I mean,
It's their first time out of the half, so you know they have two. It's. I don't know if.
and I guess in high school with the first down, the clock stops late in the game, like kind of gives you a little bit of extra time, but
no, it doesn't. It just stops until it's reset,
yes,
right?
yes.
So I mean, if Paint Valley's offense was looking a little bit better, you kind of be nervous at Piketon because you know you're wasting a timeout in a third down situation or fourth down situation that ended up in a loss. Turnover on downs, regardless whether it was a loss or not. So it's kind of you can breathe a sigh of relief.
If you're
knowing
Paint Valley, I mean, you don't have Preston in right now. So how's that going to affect your play calling here if your coach died?
Well, it sucks because Braylon's already missed an extra point, so you know he's not going to knock one down
No.
here consistently. He might do it every now and then, but it's not something that.
They're doing it.
Holy shit.
They're doing it. Oh, man.
They want to make a liar out of him.
Wow.
He's banging this one through. Game on the line. Give me Iguodala.
You know he went up to Coach Dye and said, give me a shot. This all depends on the snap here, too. Good snap, good hold. Kick is
Oh,
away!
my God. And it's wide
Oh,
left.
wow. It had the distance. Oh. You know, after seeing it, not too bad with the call.
Kick, dude. He
No.
had some power
Yeah,
on it.
he had the distance, just a little left. Wow. Something you don't see a whole lot here in the SVC, especially from Paint Valley.
You really only see it from Yoon Yoda.
Yeah.
You'll see it every now and then from Zane Trace.
But Yoon Yoda consistently, like, hey, we'll knock this down.
Like, if you can say anybody is like
Oh,
wide receiver,
what?
What do you mean? Pike the ball.
Yeah, on the 20, though. I feel like that's not where they just snapped and kicked the ball from. Is it a touchback on a miss?
If they had the pad out, yes, it is a touchback on the miss.
Yeah.
Because that would be like punting the ball.
Yeah.
Because the ball never touched the ground.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yep.
Smart. So, really a smart call there if you are
If
Paint
you're
Valley.
Coach Dye,
Yeah.
I mean,
because
you got an extra 10 yards. I mean, and you just got to think maybe the internet, maybe the memes have had something to do with it. Because there's somebody they set up a pick formation like that. It was like an 80-yarder, and it was just down to like a 3. Now it's third down, so you don't really have to worry about it as a Paint Valley fan. But again, I feel like you just use those timeouts a little too early. But the high school game is different than college and pros, so maybe there's just a little bit more, I guess, freedom to use your timeouts whenever you want to.
with 5:20 to go here, big third down here for Piketon. Got to get a stop here if you're Paint Valley.
Down to 5:10. Yeah, if you're Piketon, you want to eat up as much as this clock.
Oh, yeah.
This
Almost want to. No, you don't want to do that.
you don't
8
want
seconds, 7. Ball snapped with 7 to go. Pass. Caught. Buddy Wilson tries to make a spin move and go, but he's going to be brought down just short. And Adam, if I'm Piketon, I still wait 5 more seconds before I snap that ball.
Yeah. This right now, I'm probably taking. Oh.
False start. If I'm Corey Dye, I'm declining that.
Yeah.
I mean, the play shouldn't have even happened if it's a false start. If you're Paint Valley, you're not happy with this right now. Illegal formation. Okay, so
he did the wrong. He did
Yes.
the wrong motion.
okay, so illegal formation. I think the penalty is going to be declined. So it will be a 4th down here. If you're Piketon, I mean, I'm not even thinking about going for this. I'm punting it away. Your defense has proven that they can get you a stop.
Honestly, that's like the worst thing that could have happened for Piketon because now the clock stops. They can't take any more time off. We're locked in. Yeah, 4 minutes and 52 seconds. And Paint Valley is doing it. Oh, no,
The clock is still rolling.
I guess it doesn't stop after a penalty.
Now they're taking the, well, I think where the penalty got declined.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna keep rolling
I've
there,
always
yeah.
thought it, no matter what, it's technically still a dead
Still,
ball.
yeah. I've always thought that too. As we have our first final of the night, Yoda beating Medina 35-0.
Take that, too. That's how you feel.
I'll take
Smart
that.
man.
I'll
I was
take
just
that.
saying, you take that penalty to get as much time off the clock. We're down to 4 minutes.
And how
32
much is that
seconds.
really going to change where you're going to punt the ball? You know what I mean? Maybe a couple of yards. If you have a good punter, though, doesn't really matter.
If he returns it from here, he would have returned it from 5 yards. 5 yards.
Now, if you're Jace Reinhardt, you better make sure you catch this cleanly or get out of the way, because the last thing you need here is a muff punt.
Ooh, 4:27, taking a little bit more time off the clock here. A little bit of a chill in the air here.
Oh, it's starting to feel off football with
It is October, ladies and gentlemen. Scary deals happen at Norse. EC1 building and the used trucks building. You can stop in there and get new or used vehicles. It's not just one or the other.
It's both.
Yeah.
Hell, you can sometimes get a new used.
Yeah, you can. You can get a new 2024 Super Duty 6.7 power stroke, a 250 with 700 miles. You got 693 miles on it, like new.
Here we go. Like new punt for Piketon. Oh, that's a high punt. Oh, that's a flag.
That is a flag.
That's a flag. You can't touch him.
You cannot touch him.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. That's just a mental error there for Piketon.
You know
Nothing malicious
the
about
ref
it.
did not want to call it.
But you
the
have
player
to.
knew it.
Yeah, you have to call that.
Yeah. Like as soon as the Piketon guy hit him, he goes,
shit.
Almost. You could almost see an air bubble pop up, and he said, "Shoot!"
Yeah.
He said, "Shoot," because there's no cussing going on.
Can you imagine the ref team? Come on, man! I don't
He
want
was
to
like,
do
"Man, that
this.
was such a like."
Ride the waves hard, been ripping my ass all night.
And then he was like, well, "I know they're going to rip my ass if I don't throw this flag."
I got to do it. You forced my hand here.
If I'm the ref, I'm walking up to that player and saying, "Hey, buddy, hit him hard next time. Dude. If you're going to get to 15 yards, you might as well Trevor Medley it and put the hurting on somebody."
All right, so here we go after the penalty.
Ride the Wave does not condone that kind of play either at all.
Preston Faber is back in the game. Cam Cooper in motion, takes the snap, hands it off to Braylon. Braylon's going to find the hole.
So I feel like sometimes that is Braylon's biggest weakness. He could have bounced it out and left, got probably
He just wants
yards. He wanted to run somebody over, so he takes 3 people in the ground.
There was somebody that told him before the game that he is going to run the ball so far hard down their throats they're going to take the football for 4 weeks. So he might just try to make sure he comes through on that promise. As we come
Whoever
here,
was trying to hype him up, I think they did a piss poor job.
yeah, they did not do a great job, did they? Preston Faber going to be brought down by a host of.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're not taking a shot at anybody. Clay was.
I was in there.
He was the person we were talking
I'm like, they cannot lose this game, or it's going to be my fault. There's been one thing that's changed this season.
Yeah.
Me being in there.
Honestly, I think it's because you wore shorts out there instead of pants.
Yeah, probably.
This
Or
guy-
I wore the wrong color.
Yeah,
It's
you wore green.
Yeah, it wasn't my fault.
Had a tattoo that said Huntsman.
No.
You don't really care about these Paint Valley Bearcats. Jackson beat the piss out of Washington Courthouse.
Oh, yeah, that's not even the final yet.
Waverly's up on Medford 27-0. Why am I saying that you guys can read it?
Here we go. 3rd down. Pass out.
Oh! Incomplete pass. Now, we don't kick this field.
No. You go for it. I don't know. He missed once and got an idea of how he missed it.
Honestly, distance-wise, he'd still get it.
Yeah.
It's aim.
It looks like they're going to go for it. They kind of have to with only 3 minutes to go and 2 timeouts. Faber gets the snap, looks, and it's been like that all night with this pass rush. He's had no time to look down the field and even try to make a play.
Yeah, it just the defensive pressure was there, but you could almost argue it's in the sense of maybe there was a missed block or two, a little bit of miscommunication.
Did they bring too much pressure on one side? The thing is how they ran him down from the opposite side of the field. And I understand you know, as a quarterback, you don't want to hold the ball too long, but you also have to have enough time to look down the field on a 4th and long play to complete the pass.
Absolutely.
So here we go. 3 minutes, 14 seconds to go. Piketon with a 1-point lead. And not going for 2 and not getting it on that first possession here, that missed PAT on the special teams side for Paint Valley is truly seeing the difference in this game here. Golian takes a snap, hands off to Wilson. He had a great night. And that is not going to be one of the good runs. But he has had a lot of success bouncing it to the outside here. So if you're Paint Valley, you really got to keep that game.
And Braylon was the one that wrapped him up.
You just love that in high school whenever you have the 2 running backs or a quarterback playing defense getting an interception. Like,
you know how frustrating it would be to have like 3 or 4 people stop this guy every single time, and then him be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna tackle."
Yeah, I'm also gonna be the guy that stops the other team. Like,
just be by myself.
Yeah.
Which that one, it was more of a, I'm starting to bring him down, somebody else come and clean it up type deal. But it was crazy to be having that much offensive production. I don't know, Buddy Wilson.
Not like Zane Brownfield. I know that.
Which I feel like Zane is more of he was just a blocking King Ravens back.
What was that?
No idea.
I think we have a delay of game on Piketon.
Coach is on the field, and he is mad.
What? The ball didn't move anywhere. I don't understand what's happening. Is there a timeout?
Yeah, it looks like Piketon's got one too many players on the field right now. One's not even in uniform.
I just don't understand why.
Gotta get that player a helmet, otherwise he's gonna have to come off the field.
Why did the play stop there? They didn't go back in it.
Did they lose it down or anything like that?
We're still on 2nd down. I don't understand. Paint Valley gets to stop that. I still just don't understand.
If anything, I feel like you should take a timeout away from Piketon.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean,
so a timeout here. I didn't quite hear who took that timeout. I want to say it was Piketon, but I hope not, because that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. I still don't understand what happened on that play.
no, I saw somebody in our chat say forward personal foul. Which one were they calling?
Yeah, because if it was the punt, that's clear as day. Personal foul.
Yeah, I mean
Can't touch him after a fair catch call.
you can't even like high five him.
No.
It doesn't matter if you tap him.
Hell, you can barely say good catch.
Yeah,
Like,
it doesn't matter if you touch him. Like that's what we were talking about, the hesitation on the ref. He didn't want to call it, but he knew he had to. Strictly talking about the rules in the rule book. You have to call that one.
as Jackson's game finally goes final there.
But also, we do not like it either.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you're going to get that personal foul, lay the boom, I guess.
Make it worth it.
But not condoning that via right away. That's not it. So Paint Valley didn't take that time.
Yeah.
I don't believe.
So that was Piketon taking that
They're
timeout.
accidentally giving Paint Valley 2 timeouts again, which would be questionable. Can we see how many timeouts Piketon has on the board? If Piketon's still showing 2, then that was definitely Paint Valley's second timeout because they called one.
Yeah, so as it looks like the ref saying Piketon should have 2, or Paint Valley should have 2, Piketon should have 1.
Yep, they
Yeah,
got
so-
it
yeah,
back.
so
They
this-
switched it up.
Yeah,
just
the
now.
ref just didn't know what was going on, which has been a theme of the night.
Yeah, so again, the call's not quite so bad because
Yeah.
you'll have that.
The calls have been right.
Yeah.
Every time they've thrown a flag, it's been the right call.
And they haven't thrown a whole lot of flags.
No, it's just been the other stuff.
The spots of the ball.
Yeah.
And then this, like, say, hey, go ahead and give Paint Valley 2 timeouts. Actually,
Like,
give
no,
them 1
exactly.
timeout.
They got
and give
one.
Piketon
Yeah.
2 timeouts. Because, yeah.
So Payne Valley did call that timeout.
Yes, they did.
Like they should have.
Which is smart.
Yeah.
Like,
Bozo moved for Piketon to call a timeout there.
Yes.
So they didn't because they got good coach over there.
Coach Pinwell is trying to figure out what's going on.
You keep on knocking, but you can't come in.
Da-da-da. Looks like it's going to be a third down here for Piketon.
Oh, yeah, the touch back earlier when I said that the service guy won the Heisman and didn't win. It says that he was a national championship for 3 consecutive years, 44, 45, and 46, but they said Oklahoma State won the 45 national championship.
You already know my stance on that.
There's like 4 or 5 different teams that won 1945 national championship.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. I think it's third down. After that huge delay, I kind of got lost track of where we were at.
Yeah, you do not want to go this ball.
Looking to try to draw off sides. Hard count there by Gaulier. As you hear the cowbells from the Payne Valley faithful. They take the delay of game there. I don't understand that.
Said, I'm a little cold. It's chilly. 5 yards against
Someone
the
bring
offense.
me a jacket.
Now, I believe that is third down.
Yeah, so why do you take the delay of game on third down there? Unless you're just putting all the eggs into your defensive basket.
I will say, it seems like these guys don't play football
Okay, so here we go. Buddy Wilson gets it to the outside.
Way to just
Yeah, and a swarm of Payne Valley tacklers.
Now, this is a question. Okay, answered my question. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
do you take this timeout here as Payne Valley? Do you take your last one?
Take your last time out. There's 2 minutes and 2 seconds to go in this game. You're
Now-
running your 2-minute offense.
So my thing is, if you don't call that timeout, you're going to take about 30 seconds off the clock, right?
Yeah.
Because we'll say Piketon does the take the penalty, they move back 5 yards, and you
Do
still
you want to
have
have
a
that one
timeout.
timeout? Yeah.
Or
where
do
you know you're
call the
throwing
time-
it.
Yeah. Or do you call the timeout?
Because you pretty much just told Piketon that you're going to be throwing it damn near the entire.
And that Piketon, they still have 2 timeouts, correct? They have
Correct.
one
And
timeout.
a pass rush that has been relentless all night.
Well, my thing is, you could almost not give up a score, but if a score happens rather quickly,
You have your
it
2
would
timeouts.
be,
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the worst thing for Piketon.
Yeah.
The worst thing.
Yeah,
is,
if you're going to give up a score, you want to do it quick
yeah,
rather
and-
than late.
And then you have, about 2 minutes left,
Yep.
and you have 2 timeouts. We'll say it's a 10-second play. They got about minute 45.
So here we go. Piketon lining up for the punt. 13-12, 2 minutes to go in the game. Piketon looking to pull off the upset of the year so far in the SVC. Punt is away.
Oh
my God!
And it's Piketon.
Oh, and
That-
Payne Valley.
Piketon, their fans are livid.
What?
And then they
Oh, no,
back to paint. It is Piketon ball.
It is Piketon ball. That's ball game right there.
That is ball game. That is the worst
Knee
thing
it
that
out.
could have happened. And this undefeated season is over.
Yep, that is going to be a Piketon win here in the Valley. And that is just gut-wrenching if you're a Bearcat.
Man, and you kind of said it earlier, like it lets you catch it, and it was the last one. You didn't say it on this one, so
Yeah.
it's no announcer's curse
No.
at all. Not Clay's fault. But that's not one if you can't clearly field it,
Yeah.
don't
And,
get under
and
it.
they punted it to Kane, who I feel like it's been Reinhardt that's been back there all night. Man, that one's got to hurt. This one's going to sting for Payne Valley.
And I mean, there could still be a unless they're kneeing it out, they have to just knee it out.
Yeah.
because there's no timeouts left, right?
Nope.
Yeah, running the ball is just you could fumble it.
Yeah,
It's a little too risky.
And Piketon's going to kneel it out. Man, Paint Valley.
It's not. It wasn't an anticlimactic into the game, as it was a very exciting play. But
Yeah.
did not expect this one to be in and on
No,
knees here.
definitely want to see what Paint Valley could have done on a final drive there, but that's kind of the tale of the game here for Paint Valley has been miscues.
Yeah.
Not getting the 2-point conversion, missing on the field goal
Both
for I was going to say for the PAT, then missing on the long field goal that had the distance was just wide left. And it is going to be a party in Richie's tonight, as Piketon is just going to knee it out and have the first upset of the season in the SVC.
Now, there's still about a minute left. It just feels like they're hiking this a little too early. Or I don't have a good accurate depiction of the score. Like
Right.
The
Because they got 17
The
seconds
running
on the clock right now. There's 40 seconds. Yeah, so I think one more knee, and that's just going to send the game here. Yep, and that's it. And Piketon shows up at Paint Valley and gets their revenge. Coming in with the upset after losing to St. Trace, after losing to Unioda, comes in and absolutely delivers the upset of the year so far, beating Paint Valley 13-12.
if I'm not mistaken, Paint Valley was a top 10 team in their division in
Yes.
Ohio. Were they
Yes.
not? They were.
Huge win for Piketon. Arguably one of the biggest wins in their school history as of recent years.
Yes, and Piketon has been that team. My senior year, we lost one league game. Guess who was two? Piketon. They have been that Achilles heel for Paint Valley for the past few years. Actually, really the entire time that the SVC
I'll
has
just
been
go
a
ahead
thing.
and say it. Give him the maple leaf.
Yeah, give him the, yeah.
Somebody down there kind of needs to get it, even though Huntington's and Ross still technically.
Yeah,
It's
they're close to
on
that
the
line.
border. It's
They're
on the border.
right there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Ride the Waves edition of this Piketon upset over Paint Valley. What a heart-breaking loss here if you're a Bearcat. I'm not going to lie, me being a Bearcat fan, I am stunned on air. But you have to give the flowers to the Piketon Red Streaks. They came in. They understood the assignment.
I do not like this. Stomping the Bearcat after the win.
Ooh.
Do not like that. Do it before the win. Otherwise, it's kind of pointless.
Yeah.
You talk crap before the fight, not just after.
Yeah,
because
I
it's-
agree. But Adam, what are your final thoughts here before we sign off for this game?
Really, Piketon they could end the season out really well for themselves.
Yes.
This is a huge win. They got to keep this momentum going. Paint Valley, they got a Huntington game, and then they go into two tough games at the end. It's an
Two
awful
teams have already beat this Piketon team.
awful spot to be in, but yeah, this Piketon team, I feel like they could end that season. They could win out for the rest of the season. I don't exactly know who they're playing, but they're not playing.
No,
Of the
playing
three- of the
Unioda,
three
and they're
big
not
dogs?
playing St. Trace.
They got those out of the way. They could win out and have a good shot
Yeah.
to go into the playoffs, maybe get a first-round win.
And the Paint Valley loses, right? I don't know. With two league losses, are they kind of still in play for an SVC title? I don't know how that would have to go out for them.
Well,
At least a share of it.
Because St. Trace, are they still one win?
Yep, St.
Or
Trace
one
is
loss?
undefeated, so yeah, I don't
Okay.
I don't think it's possible because
You would need St. Trace to lose to Unioda and Unioda to lose to St. Trace at the same time. So that
Yeah.
way and that's,
Yep. Or you'd have to have
They
Unioda
could
lose
be-
out on the season and then St. Trace beating them. Yeah,
Trace,
no.
if Zane Trace wins out and Unioto loses to Piketon or loses to Paint Valley, they get second place.
Yeah,
So,
so-
they could possibly have a number 2
And when it
spot in
comes to the
SVC.
playoff points and everything like that, this is going to be a huge thing for Piketon, big time.
top 10 now Piketon is in a division smaller than
Higher.
Okay,
But
so-
but beating if it's a smaller division team, but they are ranked in that division, that's got to be worth something
Yeah.
for you. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you for tuning in here to the Ride the Wave show. Make sure on your way home you are tuning into WKKJ 94.3 for all the latest score updates and all the coaches calling in. This is me and Adam. Peace out, Girl Scout.
North View Strucks.
And easy credit.